Hey guys, Commander here. Just figured, I'm going to do a Terminus video and give my overall thoughts on Black Ops 6 this year, just how this year played out, what I thought about some of the modes. Yes, I might be forgetting certain things. I am looking at this game specifically for zombies. If I start talking about Warzone, multiplayer, whatever, it's just going to happen. That's what I tend to do. But I am going to try staying on the topic of zombies. Hopefully it stays that way, but if you know me, you know my content, I'm just going to ramble on. But Black Ops 6 has aged very well. I've had a lot of fun with this game. A couple of the modes were not the best, but I do want to look at the positives, and one of those is Terminus. Just how this map plays, the just overall vibe. I loved it. I've loved it the last handful of months. Probably for the last 5 months specifically. Just because once I started really getting Nebula on a lot of weapons, I realized how boring Liberty Falls really was. Not that it's a necessarily bad map, but it is not a map I'm gonna see myself playing every. Liberty Falls is not a map I'm going to play every day unless I'm testing out a weapon, and I really think we've seen everything. We just got the Chuck event with the chainsaw, which unless the, unless Treyarch just comes out of left field and gives us one more send-off event with another weapon, I think we've got everything. And most of the weapons have aged fairly okay. There's a couple of them that I'm not the biggest fan of. The ASG really was not fun to grind out, simply because it was just, oh, here's a typical semi-auto shotgun. That gun ran the game for a couple days. Not a couple days, a couple weeks at launch. That, the GS-45s, there were just weapons that really took a hold of this game. Yes, there are going to be metal weapons and zombies. I'll acknowledge that before anything else. But outside of the really boring weapons like the ASG, GS-45s, every weapon has felt honestly kind of fun to use. The melee weapons each have their own identity this year, which I'm a fan of. Just bringing back some of the classics like the Olympia, giving a new breath of fresh air. Bringing the MP40 back to its just how good it felt in World at War. Maybe one day I'll even make a World at War video. I genuinely don't know. And I will need that Casimir. But kind of looking at the game modes we've gotten, not the biggest fan of a couple of them. Biggest culprit being the original Cranked. Team Cranked is genuinely a lot of fun to play. Cowabunga Cranked was just, oh, here's a mode with a fresh coat of paint. It was basically, I think the best version of Cranked we've seen is honestly Team Cranked. The only thing that comes close to it is, I'll take PhD. The only thing that I think even comes close is Crank 2.0 on Cold War. Just because it changed how the entire game played. And Team Cranked honestly has a lot of strategy. I'm a big fan of it. I've played it a couple times. Alright, let's get this open. And the main reason I chose Terminus beyond anything simply is I've had a 180. For those who don't remember or have not seen the original Black Ops 6 video, if I can, remember, I'll try to link it, or if not, it's somewhere on my channel. You'll definitely find it. And I'm probably gonna make a playlist for Black Ops 6 and just zombies content in general. Alright, let's at least try to nail this round down so I can get some points, activate the generator, wait a few seconds, and pop the Kaz. But Terminus has been probably the most fun map I've ever played in a while. Like, yeah, I like Citadel. It's, you know, fairly fun map. I'll run it back once in a while. But maps like Citadel and Shattered, I feel just are there for the Easter egg. There's not much else for you to necessarily do. Not saying that's a bad thing, but I just don't think that Shattered has a lot to offer in the high rounds. It's very boring high round strategy. Same thing with Citadel. The only reason I'll touch Citadel anymore is to carry someone through an Easter egg. Like, that's the only reason I will go near that map nowadays. But Terminus, I can still come back to, hop back on, and enjoy every second, simply because I'm having fun with it. I will probably pause the recording just so I can do the calculator for the Terminus code. Or not Terminus, the Beam Smasher code. That's another Mimic, and I'm still not... I'm really surprised I'm not getting any sort of ether tools or damn near anything. I may have to pop my dead drop. Like, I'm getting I've not gotten this unlucky in a very long time on Haunted Havoc. Last time was probably 4 or 5 days ago, and I just got abysmal luck. Like, granted, I was playing Liberty Falls. You know, just trying to do the Easter egg, get some XP for the Haunted Havoc one. And I didn't get any sort of ether tool or pack crystal until like round 9, and then it was an uncommon tool. So not really sure what was necessarily happening, but bruh, I want to move. Yeah, even if I hit every single bullet, like, it takes like 30 shots. Yeah. Okay, I should probably pack a punch. Bruh! You can't make this shit up. This mode has been a lot of fun to, you know, experience. It's something different, constantly keeps you on your toes. And I never really play with the Rampage Inducer, so it was definitely a shock to my system my first couple times, but I got used to it, and I'm coming to enjoy this mode, quite honestly. Oh, let's put that on the pickaxe. I need to get dead wire. Dead wire is usually the ammo mod I run with on Terminus, whether I'm doing the Easter egg or high rounding. Now I'm going to kill it. Next thing I kind of want to get into is the Gobblegums, simply because the Gobblegums this year felt okay. Like, I was very skeptical. I don't remember if I'd said it on one of my MW3 streams a few weeks before Black Ops 6 dropped, but because I don't record any of that on archive footage, whatever. But I do remember being extremely skeptical, you know, Gobblegums are going to be extremely pay to win. To a degree, they are, but I get it. Your company, you got to make money somewhere, somehow. But I felt Black Ops, you know, I felt BO3 was a lot more pay to win just because you didn't know what you were getting. This new business model I'm a huge fan of. I cannot get that key fob. What the hell was happening? I'm gonna go turn both the computers on. Alright, you're dead. Dead. I got that one. I'm 99% sure I got the other one. One thing I was, you know, a big fan of with Haunted Havoc was seeing all the side Easter eggs were still here and not like, what was it? I think it was Cranked. A couple of the side Easter eggs were removed. Don't know why that was the case. Just didn't feel the same, but Team Crank brought them back. Haunted Havoc has them. And this is probably the best way to play Black Ops 6. Simply because early game progression really is not the most fun, even I'm one to admit that. One time dead wire doesn't activate. There's still a zombie alive? Okay. And I am level 998. I'm like right there. And I figured maybe I'll just do a video on Terminus, giving my thoughts on Black Ops 6. My original idea was an Easter egg, but I just don't really feel like running it. I've kind of gotten bored of it, especially over the last 2 days. I've run it unhealthy amount of times. Alright. I will be right back. Check out the autos. But Terminus has been a very fun map to play, especially over the last couple of years. Or not. Oh my god. I'm like out of it, my guy. Terminus has been a lot of fun to play. I've loved this map. I've had fun with it every step of the way. And this has become easily my favorite map on the game. And the last symbol is that one. There is a website called Terminus White. I believe it's Terminus Whiteboard, where you input your symbols and you're able to just, instead of having to do the math, you just put whatever symbols you have in. Like, yes, technically you could pay PEC, but I don't know when their right damn mind is doing that. The wonder weapons in this game have been a lot of fun to use too. I enjoy every single one of them except for one. And if you know me, you know that wonder weapon easily is the Mark II shotgun. If you don't know what I'm talking about, for those who haven't been in the loop, it's one of the variants on Shattered Veil. I just don't enjoy it. It doesn't feel good as a wonder weapon should. It doesn't have consistent, like, yeah, it has somewhat consistent DPS, but I don't enjoy using it. All the other two Mark IIs and even the base one feel decent. I mean, the Mark II W, everyone uses that for the boss fight, but the Mark II Marksman Rifle variant, the Toxic one, has a lot of strategy to it, and I think that's part of the reason I enjoy using that one specifically. Where is... But yeah, every other wonder weapon has something going for it. The jet gun got the huge revamp. You know, having that second ability definitely makes Liberty Falls fairly playable in the high rounds because it deals fire damage, and the Manglers are weak to napalm burst, so it definitely evens out. Let's double pack. I don't know what I was saying before. I was like out of it, but Terminus just feels good to play. I really don't have a lot of words for it. Like, yeah, I'm probably saying it over and over. This map has aged like very, very fine wine. Like, I mean, I'm not a wine drinker, but it ages like a decent red wine. And I think the only map in this game that I don't think people enjoy is probably the Tomb or Shattered, because I don't hear many good things about those maps. Tomb is a decent map. Like, it's such a double-edged sword for me, because I love high rounding the map, the casual gameplay, upgrading the ice staff. That's fun to do, but doing the Easter egg is like it's like mowing the damn lawn. You have to go out of your way to do it. It's not fun. It's like, oh, here's 4 dumb, easy lockdowns. The only one that's halfway challenging is the Parasite one. And even then, if you get them fairly close to the statue, you can do that one like 30, 45 seconds. It's not a hard Easter egg to do. Like, yeah, the second half of the boss fight kicks my ass. I'll admit it. But every other part of the Tomb's Easter egg, it's just boring. First half of the boss fight, boring. The last stage of the boss fight, bullet sponge. I just didn't enjoy playing the Tomb. I remember beating it once and never wanted to do the Easter egg again. I don't like playing the Tomb. Like, yeah, everyone knows I hate, everyone knows I hate Origins. So, and that, there's a lot of reasons. I'm not going to get into that. That's not the point of the video. But reusing the ice staff, like, yeah, it was annoying. But the ice staff feels better in this game than it does in BO2 or BO3. I find that really weird. Shattered Veil, I don't really necessarily like the map, and I don't hear many good things about it, solely because of that Easter egg. Forcing someone to use a certain field upgrade, I'm kind of okay with that. I mean, I'm on the fence, more on the fence about it, but I can acknowledge why it's there. Why a step like that is there. It makes sense on a map like Shattered. But I don't necessarily ever see myself going out. Like, if I get on Zombies one day and I'm like, oh, what map do I want to play? It's basically, it's come down to, do I want to play Terminus? Or do I want to play Reckoner? Like, it's really come to that. Like, yeah, a couple of these it's not that I don't enjoy Citadel. It's not that I don't enjoy Liberty Falls. Liberty Falls is overplayed. And Citadel, I only run it for the Easter egg, and I'm taking a big break from it since I got the Of Legend Dark Ops, beating the Guardian with only a sword. So much easier than I thought it was going to be, but if you want a video on that, I'll do it. I'm probably going to do that indirected, which is where I did it, simply because it's a lot less health you have to worry about. I didn't pick up the resonator. I'm stupid. Alright, back to Castle Rock on we go. But most of the weapons they've released, I mean, I think I touched on this, I'm not 100% sure, but most of the weapons they released this year felt good. Like, yeah, there were a couple of weapons that were like, oh, why does this exist? Why does that exist? But for the most part, the weapons felt good. Like, I haven't been able to say that in months. Most of the, if not all the Black Ops 6 weapons felt usable. Like, that's what, for the casuals, the people that only go to like 31, maybe 36, and then go do something else, or, you know, exfil, I'm fine with that. Like, that's what most of these weapons do right. And this is where I think Cold War screwed up big time, because even the melee weapons, like the worst weapon arguably in the game, the machete, was still usable at health cap. That shouldn't be the case. Like, yeah, certain weapons should be good at health cap. I'm fine. I'm more than fine with that happening. But it shouldn't be every gun. Not every gun. Every weapon is usable when the zombies hit their health cap. Certain guns should drop off a cliff. And that is where I feel Black Ops 6 started to shine, because most of the SMGs are not great. They're really not. Like, yeah, they were good. The Lodger was honestly kind of a breath of fresh air. But all the other guns didn't have much of anything going for them. The C9 drops off, like most of, if not all the SMGs outside of like 2, drop off in the mid-20s. Like mid to late 20s. The PPSH got a buff to its magazine, which definitely helped. But every other gun didn't have a damn thing going for it. And I'm not sure how I 100% felt about that. Because there were only like 4, maybe 5 half-decent weapons in this entire game. But that was my thought at launch, and that's how it should sometimes be. But overall, this game is, most of the weapons felt good. Like the MP40, which I'm using now, I really think this is the best weapon in the game. Simply because of everything this damn gun offers. I don't want to set the water too long. Probably gonna, get my hands on the Beam Smasher, go a few rounds, and then call it. Simply because I don't know what else I can necessarily do. I don't ramble that much. I don't cut videos much, if at all. I need to find the boat. doing these eggs in Haunted Havoc is different. It definitely gives a unique taste to the game. But the only maps I feel are beatable on Haunted Havoc, and this is just me, I am not the world's best zombies player. I'm only level 998 because I camo grind every way, shape, and form. Especially in Warzone lately. That's where most of my time has gone this season. Like, yeah, I'm grinding out the... I've grinded out Nebula on both the new guns. The Merrick and the... what do you call it? The American... Well, not Merrick. The M14, the MP40. Like, that's where most of my time in this game has gone. At least for zombies this season. Everything else has been Warzone. I'm doing my dailies a lot more. Hell, I popped a couple double XP tokens just to finish this grind. Because I'm kind of curious what sits at the end of this road. And zombies has definitely, you know, everything they've done this year has definitely helped my case of staying. Because if it wasn't for the all like the different LTMs, the different ways this game played, I really don't... I think I would have quit BO6 Zombies like I did Vanguard. I'm not saying Vanguard is better than this. It definitely isn't. But if it wasn't... The thing that kind of kept me on Vanguard was just simply to get the camo grind done. But once they released Shinonuma Reborn, I kind of started enjoying the game a lot more. Once they made the Covenant changes, you know, I played even more. Yes, I can defend Vanguard Zombies, shut up. But every single part of, not every single part of BO6, but I think this game is going to be played for many, many years to come. It's not going to be looked at in the limelight that BO3 is, and that game is over fucking glazed. That's a different conversation for a different day. But let's just... And I have 3 plates, so it costs 10, not 5. Do I need to pop my dead drop? I might just go to round 26 and call it a day. Or just maybe 21, because I really don't know what else I could talk about. It's not like I'm going to be doing an Easter egg guide anytime soon. I am almost dead. That Deadwire activation just saved my damn life. There's a Mangler on my ass. Hello, Mimic. I want to try leaving one zombie so I can craft this damn thing. Alright, let's reload. I'm gonna go probably 4 or 5 rounds and then just cut the video simply because not much for me to talk about. But for Terminus, if you remember in my Liberty Falls Easter egg guide, I rated the map. I really think Terminus is a 9 out of 10. The couple areas where this map falters is probably mid-game. Simply be like, yeah, I'm playing on Haunted Havoc, so things don't look it. But when you're playing on Standard, setup is kind of just boring. Like, Liberty Falls, I don't enjoy the setup at all. But given there's some... Terminus at least has something to do, but it's just so tedious. That's the problem. I don't enjoy doing generators. I don't... on... What map is it? On can't think of the map. What's that other map? No, I think this is the only map with a power source like it, and it's just boring. The Pack-a-Punch setup. Like, getting the Pack-a-Punch, yeah, it's, you know, cool, sure. But it's not like I'm gonna see myself doing it. Or having fun doing it. I do the generators to get them out of the way as soon as possible. And Haunted Hat, playing with the Rampage Inducer, you know, Force, kind of showed me that you need the Rampage Inducer on this map to set up. Like, yeah, if you're playing Directed, you're not going to have access to it, but I don't know who's playing Directed on this map. Unless you've literally never beaten this Easter egg. But, no, yeah, that's another thing. Let's actually get into Directed. I'd almost forgotten about the mode, to be honest. Easy 10 out of 10 on that decision. When I first had heard about Directed, it's like, yeah, it's, they'll probably lower the health cap, and that's about it. They didn't lower the health cap at all, but what they did was round gate. So it's, let's say you open Pack-a-Punch on Liberty Falls, you're stuck on round 11 until you choose to progress in the Easter egg. When you're on Citadel, when you're working on the sword, you're capped at round 12. Like, everything has a, you know, round cap, and it kind of gives you an idea on when to set up. Like, I don't remember Terminuses, because the only time I ever did it on Directed was to get Opal on the Grikovas. But, and that was before they got their, way before they got their massive buff. But Directed is a lot of fun. I mean, hell, I might make a video on Directed on, because the only two maps I need to do the Directed runs on are Shattered and Reckoning. And kind of hesitant about Shattered simply because I do not have fun playing that map. That boss fight might still be a pain. I will take a free pack 3. Yeah, Directed is probably the best decision this game has made. It definitely helps with the camo grind. I mean, still annoyed at Treyarch for changing the 7.62 and GS45s to elims versus headshots. But besides those guns being changed, Directed is so nice. Like, yeah, you can get Nebula the easiest damn way possible, grinding out in about 4 minutes, you know, probably about 15 minutes, if that, to get all 10 elites for Nebula once you're at that point. And you can just keep grinding the guns, make them as strong as possible, and just one-shot those elites. I'm fine with that. And lowering the health of the bosses definitely was nice. That's something I didn't even know about. I was just on YouTube one day. I forget who it was. But, no, I think it was Donuts. No, shout out to him. And he had said when he was doing the Of Legend card himself on Citadel, you know, killing the boss with the swords, he played on Directed because the boss had lower health. Probably the smartest decision, because if you're dealing with the tomb, you know, when the tomb first came out, we all know how the Sentinel artifact was, how much of a bullet sponge it was, but once they made that boss fight easier, and with the health cap being, you know, already lower in Directed, life was so much better. You know, I actually can go enjoy the tomb if I want to, but I've beaten Directed. I'm damn near close to level 9 to level 1000. Alright, Gobblegum, let's see. Alright, Explosive Flourish, that's whatever. But let's get back to why I think Terminus is a 9 out of 10. everything else about this map works. The layout is... Going to the islands honestly makes sense. Makes a decent amount of sense. Just because, you know, you're in the middle of seeing it nowhere. The experiments, you know, everything, knowing the history with Dr. Modi, you know, getting sold by Franco, that's a whole thing. I don't think I'm ever going to do a full story video for BO6 simply because I don't have the editing power. Or fucking brain power. But I also gotta get once, you know, we're just gonna do this round and then call it a game. I need speak. Hold on. That is an amalgam. There goes Dying Wish. This game is going to shit. Uh-oh. Well, you know what? Fair enough. I really enjoy Black Ops 6. And I'm gonna, even once I hit level 1000, I'm gonna keep playing zombies. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Will I finish camo grinds? Probably not. Maybe on certain weapons. But I'll use these weapons when Black Ops 7's Warzone integration comes, finish that grind, finish the Abyss grind so I can level up even faster. But Black Ops 6 is a lot of fun. Nebula is a chill grind. Yes, it's annoying. But how close am I? I earned 40k. I need 38,000. You know what? What I'm gonna do is I have some stuff to do, and what I'm gonna do is once I handle that, just a couple things outside, I'm gonna come back when the dailies reset in... When do the dailies actually reset? They reset in 45 minutes. I'm gonna try getting another video, and I am going to record until I hit level 1000. That will be a separate video. I'll try double upload today. Maybe I'm gonna wait to upload this video until... Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna upload this when I can. That other level 1000 video, that is going to be uploaded as soon as that's done recording. I'm gonna get a thumbnail for that. And huge shout out to Periental on Discord. Great guy. He is a thumbnail artist. He's the one who did the thumbnail for my last video for the Platinum Unlocked. I plan on continuing that. Go message him. Give him some support. Just tell him it's doing a great job, which he definitely is. And I will see you guys in the level 1000 video.